All right, good afternoon. This is Theo Michael, and this is Theo Michael Talks. And waiting on one of my guests, Luis Gonzalez. He went ahead and canceled. He's got some family issue, family plans planned for today, family day. All right, bear with me. We're working on getting my guest on. There we go. All right. Brian, can you hear me?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yep, you're coming in loud and clear. So, welcome. This is Theo Michael Talks, and I'm Theo Michael Acevedo, and this is my cousin Brian and his new child. Oh, well, no, that's not your new one. That's your old one.
Yeah, I gotta show my. I don't even know where the camera's pointing, but yeah.
Well, again, want to welcome everybody. Again, this is Brian Acevedo. It's my cousin. He's a big toy collector and into comic culture as well as much as I am. We also have Luis Gonzalez. He again canceled. He had family previous family engagement that he was going to. He forgot about. So we'll hopefully get on him. Luis Gonzalez is into comic culture, but he's a big movie buff, and he's got some sites he's gonna be working with me on the Theo Michael site. And I want to wish everybody a happy holiday.
Happy holidays to you.
Because there's like a lot of holidays coming up,
Yes,
and it seems like they started just before Halloween, and it's a time for family, friends, celebrations, and relax. A lot of relaxation in our culture, a lot of eating. In Puerto Rican culture, a lot of eating. And coquito. A lot of eating and coquito.
Yep.
And it's the lead up to the holidays. I think that adds a lot of stress. Everybody gets stressed about how to prepare, how to get things ready, cleaning the house, and everything. And in the comic culture, we get swamped with a lot of things. At the end of the year, a lot of things that we've been building up in the whole year prior come to a head, and then they start laying out what's coming out for next year. So we're starting to see trailers now for Ant-Man Quantumania. We're seeing the trailers for the Transformers Beast Wars.
Yep.
There's quite a few things coming up. DC had a humongous shakeup in that they announced that James Gunn, who jumped ship when he got fired from Disney at one point, went and did Suicide Squad with them, and he came back to Disney, finished out the Guardians of the Galaxy, which we're going to be seeing next year.
Right.
But he's been made the co-chair of the DC cinematic universe, so to speak. And a lot of things right away, people have started hitting him and going through, and there was a lot of big information going on, and he says he's focusing on Superman. That's his priority, and that's a good way to start when you think about the DC universe. You have The Rock just came out with Black Adam this year. We had the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special, which was a tremendous
Loved
hit.
it. Loved it.
And in comic culture, we have a lot of the storylines finishing up and going into the new thing. One of the things that ending the year is a humongous intercompany crossover that we thought we wouldn't be seeing these anymore. And here comes Todd McFarlane, of all people, slipping right back in with Spawn versus Batman that's going to be released next Wednesday. And then toys. During the pandemic, major shakeup in shipments and how we got the toys into the United States, because a lot of the factories are overseas because of price and the way that they have it processing.
Right.
But because of the pandemic, are you flipping around over there? What's going on, man?
Trying to fix my face. You know, it's a little crooked.
So all of a sudden during the pandemic, we started doing something that was new. Not new, but it was not as widely used as we started doing pre-orders.
Right.
You see the concept stage. You would see the process when they're actually shaping the toys and everything on the computer. Then they actually put out a mock-up, and you pre-order it before
Mm-hmm.
and pay for it. That was a key thing. Some of the places were actually charging. Some stores, like Big Bag Toy Store, stuff like that, you pay once it ships in. But because of the shipping issues that happened during COVID,
Right.
there was a delay of up to a year, sometimes a year and a half. I'm looking at Mezco on that crap. So now, this year, they must have gave a laxative to the shipping industry, because whatever was blocking them is loose. Because I don't know about you, I got swamped just before Thanksgiving came out, the Black Panther series, and it hasn't stopped since then. I had up an extra job just to be able to cover all the costs with all these things. But what a tremendous outcropping of stuff. I have a few here on my desk. Speaking of that Black Panther wave, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it yet, we got the new Black Panther, which, if you're a comic book aficionado, you already knew that Shuri has already taken that role once in the comics and has held it.
Right.
We got the DC, oh, there we go, the Disney Plus wave, which I really love this She-Hulk.
Yeah.
I have a couple pictures that I'll be posting later, but you remember that cover that she did where read my book or I'll bust up your X-Men?
I didn't see that one.
Well, here's watch my next season of
Really?
She-Hulk Plus or I'll bust up your Hulk 181. Yeah, I think that's 181. And something that just came in the mail the other day.
Oh.
Terax.
It looks good.
Heck yeah, he does. Somebody did a comparison. I don't have the Build-A-Figure that first came out, but
I had it, but I don't know if it pops off or anything like that, like the Build-A-Figure. I mean, it has to be. And I'll give it a try when I get it. I'll try to see if
I don't know if you can see back here. This is my Marvel Select Torch. Speaking of Torch, here's my Marvel Select Vision. It's not in scale with the Legend, but that thing is just straight out of the 70s and 80s.
Yeah. I got the Vision over here. Not the Select. I had Selects, but then I stopped. So I got this one.
Yeah, I have that one too. Truth be told, I don't buy a lot of Select regular figures because I try to keep everything in scale with my Legends. But bigger figures are tremendous. Like, I use my Hulk Select. I changed out the head. Like, right here this is the Marvel Legends Hulk head.
Yeah, I see it.
I switched out the head of my Marvel Select with a head sculpt from Casting Cave. Tremendous. Oh my God, it's wonderful.
It works well?
Oh yeah. I don't have it in here. But it's my favorite Hulk figure. One of my favorites, that Select. And they make big figures big. Not a lot of articulation, most of them, but just the size. So when you have them for positioning, for posing and stuff on a shelf, tremendous. Right. So Brian, what toys came out that you enjoyed or are looking to enjoy? Let's get the big one out of the way.
Oh, let me get it.
Sweet.
Galactus himself.
I am jealous of you. I couldn't afford to get that one. I wanted to. I was like, man, but I said at that time I had to hold off.
And he's pretty big, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. If you look at the guys, the 6-inch.
Oh, no, he's humongous. The largest figure they've ever made.
To be honest, it is. I'm trying to flip the camera. I don't know where I can do that. Let me see. No. Anyway, but if you look at the thing, next to his boots. The thing in the Hulk is the one that actually reaches his knee. So you can imagine the size of this guy.
Hulk smash your kneecap.
And then I got Gore on him, like holding his belt.
Yeah, those are
I'm,
sweet.
I'm
I
just
can't deny, those are sweet.
I'm just waiting for the other guys.
So you ordered Terax and the Fallen?
Yes, I ordered them. She comes with him. I got him separate, him as a herald. Um, Obviously he comes with him, Silver Surfer, and he comes with him. And then what I did, instead of giving her the fire effect, I gave it to him. Which
Nice.
it's a little off, but it works well.
Which face
Definitely.
do you have on him? The skull?
What happened?
Which face do you have on him? I didn't see it. On the
Which
Galactus.
what?
Which faceplate?
I have the one that just came out with the Fantastic Four.
No, not the torch, the Galactus.
Thanos. I have the skull.
Nice.
And it pops right off too. Let me see. It's like here. It's huge.
Now, that came with 3 face sculpts?
3 faces. And the button here. Let me see if I can put this bad boy over here. Comes with the lightning effect. 3 skulls. I don't want to like. It's so hard to get out. There we go.
Nice.
And it pops right in. I just love it how they did the detailing on this guy. He's super huge. And honestly, yes, the price is high, but who are we to judge? Obviously,
Well,
you have
it was
the
too
biggest,
rich for my blood. I'm going to wait till somebody sells one of the smaller ones again so I can pick that up for cheaper.
right? When you have the biggest Marvel legend
It's
in
awesome.
the scale of toy
So,
history, we
you
are
know,
not here to
let's
come.
talk about those.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So,
I'm glad you're wearing shorts.
right? I do. I have to wear shorts.
Let's talk about these HasLabs that happen.
So this is my mess right here.
Oh, wow.
And this is the cram that I've been getting because of Hasbro fast shipping, what we call it. So I'm just like puzzling out everything. This one is a must. I love it.
I have that one. I had a picture I was going to share, but I don't know. I may have to, I don't know if I have to upgrade my StreamYard or something to be able to the displays, like the pictures.
Right.
But I have a stack of stuff that came since November that I have to go through. Half the stack is my G.I. Joe collection that I haven't opened all of them, which the G.I. Joe, the new G.I. Joe ones, classified series,
Right.
tremendous. They have just, they think they've knocked it out of the park. Their HasLab was successful. And I think the Hiss tank, I didn't get it. Again, price was an issue. I mean, price continues to be.
Was like what, 200 almost?
I don't remember exactly.
One something.
I love the figures. I love the toys, and I love the whole concept, and they really did a great job. And I see a lot of people weren't too concerned about the size or the price. They're going to find a way to make it work. The 2 things I worried about was, I could make justifications to pay $50 to $60 for a set or something like that. But when I'm looking at putting down $200 to $300 or more dollars for one toy, with extra figures or not, I have to hold myself back with some of that. You know?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think figures. I just don't know and understand the concept of like there's a backstory, and I get if they're doing it for a reason, you know, it could be for something. Honestly, it's just such a big increase in a matter of a year, or not even
Yeah.
a year lifespan, because in 2019 we had a wave of the Marvel Legend Retro Spider-Man, and they were 19.99. Now they're going up to $28.
Yeah.
We're and we're seeing $28. I try to order Gore. Gore came out with shipping and everything. I have him here. I just got Gore from Amazon. Gore came out to $32 with shipping and everything, taxes included. Gore is the most expensive figure that I have so far, single. Not a builder figure, nothing. That's him.
Yeah.
He is
You know,
awesome.
he's very, very faithful to the comic book adaptation.
So, they did a good job, but I like him. Obviously the God Butcher, but talking about different lines, like you mentioned, Thundercats. I did the Super 7 Ninja Turtles, like these.
Oh, okay.
Trying to
Have
get
you
them.
opened them or no?
I did, but I kept them here because they look pretty in plastic.
Uh, I saw one of my friends, Dave Wheeler, on the Dave Wonder shows. He
Yes.
opened up his NECA series of the Ooze, the second movie.
Right.
So they look like the movie characters. And to me, I'm not a big Turtles fan, but I appreciated and I loved the comic books because I was there. You know, I'm older. I was
Right.
there. They did the comic book versions, and then I was there when they did the movies, and I was able to go out and see that. So those are the ones that picture in my mind. So when I saw those, I can't lie, I was very tempted to say, might have to go search for those.
Right.
How's the Super Sevens compared to the NECAs?
For me, it's just articulation wise, it's it's non-comparable, because for me the NECA is just more stiff. I just don't know, for bulkier, stiff. I know a lot of people like it that way. I'm just more of a since I've been collecting 6-inch figures, I've always been like 6-inch figure type of guy. Um, I did Marvel Selects. I had the Hulk, I had Colossus, and all of them, but it's just they take up too much space. Um, Obviously, the stands to get stands, it's not easy to get stands now, especially when the stands cost 2 times more than the hose wave that you get, right? So, but looking at the articulation here, you know, it works fine. Like honestly, they can go all the way to like ninja kicks.
Yeah.
Like you don't get this with other figures. And the joint here, this moves on the bottom, like the waist hip here. This moves. So a lot of Super Sevens are like going above and beyond comparing to like SS Figure Arts and other figure companies. Um, but hands down, they're able to stand fine as well. Like I've never had issues with the turtle standing. Um, I can just go like this and stand him. Like I don't have to like take my time to like put his arm down and then he goes forward and then I have to move his waist back so he can stay there and then he goes forward. So Super Sevens are definitely for me the next big thing in terms of getting their licenses from other companies. They just got their license for Power Rangers. Um, they got their license for other action figures. I believe they're also doing a lot of Disney characters, like
Yes.
a bunch of Disney characters. They're doing
Well, they had the Fantasia ones came out with the hippo from Fantasia,
Yes.
and that was humongous.
That one they came out with, I believe, a lot of the
Robin Hood.
classic, right? The classic characters, like including who is it? I was trying to name, like Winnie the Pooh, I think it is. I believe. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's one of them. And then when you look at it, it's like, oh, Toy Story. Toy Story. They have like Bud. They just looked it up. Toy Story and Woody. They're doing the Super 7, and it was like, wow. T-Rex as well.
Now I know down in Disney what do they call it now? I used to call it Downtown Disney. What do they call it now?
Downtown what?
Downtown Disney. What's it called now?
Disney Springs?
Disney Springs. Disney Springs.
Okay.
I see that the Super 7 reaction figures are on sale in the Disney stores.
I've seen a lot of figures in the Disney store.
Do they have the bigger ones too?
I believe so. I mean, they're stepping their game up with, getting their stuff in stock. Like I got a lot of discounts.
Yeah.
When you work for Disney, right? So you're a Disney fan, and then hey, you got to enjoy that, right? But yeah, like 40% off. They're going out with that.
I'm gonna switch the perspective here. We're gonna see if I can. There we go.
Off. They're going off with the buy one get one free. Those type. So, yeah, I just like them overall. The Super 7s.
I am still in the process of completing my basic characters for Super 7's Thundercats.
Yeah, I can see you still have the second box on them.
I'm keeping everything intact till I have the whole.
You have the second box, and then you have another box on top of the box.
I'm usually not, and I can't lie. I have a lot that's still in box for Marvel Legends and stuff. I don't have the space yet. Oh, you got
the Iron Man of the year. I would say a decade. Really? Yeah, look at that. I love the emblem. The Thundercats. Look at that. He-Man is just off the chart. Like Lion-O and all those guys too.
I love this. This is really tremendous sculpting. I have not opened it, so I don't know about articulation yet. But
eventually you'll open it.
I was just noticing a couple little paint things, a little errors on the paint job, but
you saw it. It has them. But like I said, what toy?
Not that I'm ordering it from eBay or something.
Yeah, that's the only thing about it. Like you don't see these figures in the stores. Like you actually gotta order them online because they're not. I've never seen them in stores.
And Jaga, I've got the regular Jaga.
Okay.
As I was talking to you yesterday,
I
want to get. I'm really looking. I gotta get the regular series. I already pre-ordered Snuff. Right. I'm looking for the Wily Kit and Cat when they put that out. Here's regular Jaga.
Yeah, I saw that one. And then you have like the translucent one, right?
I'm thinking of getting that one. So far they're still on order. They're still available from what I've seen. But I may have to see how much Christmas money I get from Santa.
It's there. You just gotta ask for it.
Hold on one second. What other lines are you looking forward to?
What happened?
What other lines are you looking forward to?
I am basically into the Power Rangers. I like the Rangers. Uh, I also like Dragon Ball Z, which is the SS Figure Arts. I have them too. Um, big on scales too. So they are pretty big on scales.
So,
Thank you know. May you rest in peace. You know, honestly.
yeah.
You know, when you get this, it's just. And I've met him a couple of times. I met him in Puerto Rico, and I met him in Dragon Con over there in Atlanta. You know,
Nice.
but I got all of them. Like my stack of crowns.
I'm trying to work on some customizing. I've been focusing on trying to do a George Perez Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
So I recolored the Gray Beast.
Yeah, wow. I can't even.
With the smile. I got to finish his eyes and stuff like that.
I can't.
And this one I've started working on.
Yeah, I'm trying to like. That's like the. Who are you trying?
This is the white wolf.
The white. I try to like add Winter Soldier's head on it, and it was like a little Bobby.
Yeah. Well, I took I have several of the Moon Knights. So this was, I think, I had a couple of the Walgreen Moon Knight.
Okay.
I'm taking it off. I got to put some putty on it and shape it. I think it works best for the head. I got to do some things for the feet. But the necklace I took from the White Tiger, the female one.
Right.
But it's too small. It's too tight on him. So I'm
I
going to try.
I did that with Black Panther. I took, because he didn't come with the classic one. So I gave him one of these. I wanted to like put it in silver, but I was like, I'll leave it bone. Like it gives it that extra classic.
I took the classic Black Panther and I put the head from what's his name? Blue Marvel.
Okay.
Looks like the Unmasked.
Right.
But it's more of like it looks like the Alex Ross version of the figures Unmasked.
And the head is beautiful. Like if you look at it.
Yeah. Paul Harding, I think, did those sculpts.
Really? I know David Nakayama is also working on the arts and stuff too, and
Now,
a couple of them.
Cover art. Is he doing?
Right. He's doing the covers, and I think he did one about Spawn and Batman variant cover too.
Okay.
His Instagram, there was one that he did.
Did you order the 5-pack from is it from Amazon or no? I think it's from a fan channel site. The 5-pack villains with Strife.
Yeah, I got that one. I ordered it.
I pre-ordered. I don't know if we'll get it before the end of the year. We'll see, but it's Ken Lashley did the cover art.
Yeah, Lashley did that one. When he's when I think it was Dan or Ryan, one of them. I think it was Ryan that said, yeah, like shout out to Ken Lashley, and then I was like, oh really? And I looked it up, and then his name came out on the art. I was like, no way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the boxes I keep them. Like I keep them.
I'm swinging. So we've got the Mojo set. They have the 3-pack set that came out. Then they have the Mojo that's in Target. Then they announced that they have a loose long shot coming out for pre-order that I already pre-ordered. And then you have the announcement of the Jim Lee 275 cover, 2 3-packs.
Right.
Knock out the whole set. An announcement with major members of the Starjammers going to be offered.
Those.
Some of the major players from the Imperial Guard.
What?
So you think about the Imperial Guard, which I don't know if you know this. The Imperial Guard was created by Dave Cockrum, and I think it was Chris Claremont and Dave Cockrum that were doing it, because Dave Cockrum was building up. He was working at DC at one time and doing the Legion of Superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
this was his answer to the Legion of Superheroes. So if you look at not the Star Gem, the Imperial Guard, a lot of them are very similar to the Legion of Superheroes from DC.
I have to look into that because honestly, I haven't seen much of the Imperials though. I haven't.
Oh, those were classics. Because you have the I think it's Titan, who's the one that grows big. So it's like Colossal Boy.
Okay.
You have I forget what his name is. The one that has like the M on his shirt.
I honestly, to be on, I would have to see them to like, know who it is, like off the fact of my head.
Well, Fang was like a ripoff of Timberwolf.
Okay.
So, and then Wolverine ended up taking his uniform.
So that's what I was saying. Like Fate, I think I got because he's coming in, right? He's I got one that's similar to Faye. I don't know. It was from the Spider-Man release.
So you have Sabretooth, who had the same similar costume.
But Pharaoh, there was one that's called Pharaoh.
Oh, I haven't seen a Pharaoh.
No?
Uh-uh.
I got that one from, let me see. I think it's around here somewhere. Dude, I have so many figures laying around. Like you just mentioned the Gray Beast. That was like awesome. He is somewhere here. I gotta look at it. But dude, it's a mess. Oh, but talking about Disney, this is what I got at the Disney store.
Oh yeah. Now
The paints are updated.
I'm hoping that because they have the trailer out with the comic-based uniforms in the movie, that we'll either get a comic-based one or the movie interpretation of those costumes.
I wouldn't mind if they do both of them.
I would love both, but I know we're going to see at least one. Now, did you order the Walmart exclusive Star-Lord?
No, I heard about it, but I like it was the classic Star-Lord.
Yes, the one
First
that
appearance.
on.
First appearance, right? I saw it, but I didn't bother getting it because I know I was gonna get it eventually. So it's not because that happened with me when I try to get the Walgreens exclusive of this guy here. Sentry.
Now, he's a Walgreens exclusive.
Sentry's a Walgreens exclusive,
Oh,
and I
okay.
saw him in Walgreens last week. I got him online. He was online, but then he came out like 2-3 weeks ago.
Well,
Because a
I
lot of
think
people can't get their hands on them.
that's the one thing that's going to end up happening too. Is I see a lot of collectors are canceling their pre-orders on certain things and going down to the stores because Target's reducing prices, GameStop reduced prices.
Yep.
I read an article last night. GameStop lost $95 million in their last quarter report.
Really?
And a lot of that, it's still better than what they were a year ago as far as losses. But I think they're stopping the NFT stuff because they were investing in crypto.
Right.
And that's where they lost a lot of money. And so they're not doing crypto anymore. It's nice. I'm not into the Scotty Young thing. For me,
I love Scotty.
the baby X-Men are always going to be the Arthur Adams ones that they did.
Like this is just amazing. Like the head, trying to get the camera. There we go. Like the arm don't move, but with the stand is perfect. Like I don't mind Baby Cyclops and like Jean and everybody else. That'll be fun. Like instead of a builder figure, I'll definitely do a Scotty.
Let me show you what the baby X-Men should look like.
If they reduce the price of the waves and add little baby X-Men by Scotty, I'll definitely go for it. And then this is the Beast. Like, I love the fact that it says X Gene, and the other one is just Okay.
This is what they should look like to me.
Like the teenage type of what
That's the Arthur Adams versions.
Arthur Adams?
Yeah, he's the one that did the whole first time they did them.
Yeah. That'll be fun. Honestly, it will be fun. I don't mind. Like I'm a big, as you can see, I'm a big X-Men fan. And then
Here you go. This is one of the issues from the annual.
look at that. But they're like teenage. They're like maybe
Oh,
6 or 7 years old.
yeah, they look. They're like
Right.
not teenagers. That's what I picture when I see that. I know Scotty Young is very popular and a lot of people like it, but it's not my taste. But that's the thing, and I think when we were talking about the HasLabs, bringing it back to the HasLabs, Marvel has been very successful with all their HasLabs, and they kind of went south with Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
And
I think it was too soon for them to. Honestly, not too soon. Marvel's always going to be number one consumer. I mean, not number one consumer. Marvel will always be the number one company for people to buy figures from.
Well, it's not about number one or number two or popularity wise, because if you look at how they did the HasLab, people signed up right away. You know what I mean? It was almost halfway done on day one.
I did it too. I mean, I did one, and it stood at half. It stood at half at the end, all the way to the end. All we needed was 3,000 backers.
I don't understand what happened, because I know that it's a little pricey, and I understood that. I looked at it as, because they announced up front that the figures would be released, extra figures. So I figured out how much it would be per figure, and it made sense to me. I think a lot of people were angry that they factored that in, and I thought that was a good move for me.
Right.
But because they got angry, I think we saw a very negative aspect of a lot of the influencers, people who went out of their way to campaign to kill it.
Right.
You know, because I thought for sure people would have gone through, and it was a lot differently run than, let's say, the Rancor.
Right.
Which was the first time I saw HasLab fail. I don't know if anyone else failed before. I think one of the
Star Wars,
one of the role playings failed before that. But the Rancor, when it failed, I wasn't impressed when they said that the first level was a bag of bones. You know, I was like, eh. But I thought that Marvel did a pretty.
And sorry to cut you off. You know what I think it was? Adding characters that we already have. So the Rancor had what you call these guys? The big ones.
Galactus.
The guards.
Galactus's first tier was Silver Surfer. How many of those did we have?
Like 6, 3. I would say 3. We got the black one, the silver one from a couple of months back, and now this one. So 3 in a matter of a 5-year span.
Yeah. So but the Galactus worked. Here's the thing. I think that it still would have passed, but there was an active campaign to shut it down. Were people bulking at the price? Were people bulking because just around that time, a lot of our pre-orders started coming in.
Right.
Had to pay for some of them suckers.
Right.
Price is a big issue. I've started, and since I've seen that a lot of figures are showing up and going on discount, I'm picking and choosing what I want to pre-order now.
Right. And that's everywhere. That's including Legos too.
Everything. It was easier during the pandemic because of the delay. They really stuck to certain schedules and said, okay, it'll be released in this month and then this month. But when something says it's going to be released in February and they shove it down right away. I mean, there's stuff that I'm getting that wasn't supposed to be released till April,
Right.
and that throws you for a loop because you're planning on your budget accordingly, and you got to scramble.
Right.
So I think that's a factor they got to take a look at.
And that happened to me a couple of times. That happened to me with I would say that happened with me with all of them, I guess, because they all did it, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it's like everybody was like, you know, hey, this one came out, and then I'm really, wow, you know, Hasbro. Then it was like, we're still pending, and then you get a message saying order wave 2, and then order number, and then part 3 2023 already released, and I'm like, what? We're not even in 2023, and it's like a month from now.
Well, you know what came out just this week? The I don't know who got it first. I think Hasbro first. The two of the Dungeons and Dragon characters.
I saw those.
So they're starting to get shipped now. So I was like,
isn't that for like next year?
it's supposed to have been. So two of them are getting shipped now, and you know, as a business, if I've got something in stock, move it.
Yeah,
You know?
get it out of the way. Exactly.
Still, it blows you up when you have, you know, this is not one, they raise the price, and two, you're trying to budget around that raised price, and then on top of that, you can't count on the shipping.
Right.
You know? So a lot of things happened this year. You have two HasLabs that went down. You have
three, actually. Three.
What was the third one?
The what you call it? This girl's blade, the sisters blade, the lightsaber.
Oh, that's right.
So
I totally forgot about that one.
yeah, that was 3 of them. So
Wow.
it was hers. It
Yeah.
was
Her, and then you had the Ghost Rider, which
I really wanted the Ghost Rider.
yeah.
I don't think Bobby should have been the one in it, but then, you know, if you want a Hellcat, he's the main character for that car. So, you know, you can't say, oh, why are we getting Reyes and then, you know, a car.
Well, I took photos of everything because I was already, when I saw the writing on the wall, it looks pretty easy to customize.
Oh no, definitely. I mean, we have a company coming up with the just the car.
Yeah,
just the car.
Hopefully, they'll figure out a way to repackage those figures.
Yeah,
I looked at some of those.
Eventually, we have to get something because there's no vehicle. I mean, I was saying it is going to be the first official Marvel vehicle.
Yeah.
On this new era. You know, yes, we had vehicles like the Hawkeye car, the motorbike, or the sky bike. We had
the Ghost Rider, the Ghost Rider cycles.
Those cycles, like those type of things. But I'm saying overall, it's a step up because the Marvel Legend team, Dan, Dwight, and Ryan are not known for doing vehicles.
Yeah.
They're known for like these type of figures, like the 6-inch waves. So when they're stepping their game up and saying, hey, we're going to go now with vehicles and include them in the HasLab are definitely for adults that are like able to collect hardcore figures, you know, not just saying, oh, my 6-year-old wants this figure and it's $300. I'm not going to give it to my 6-year-old, you know, or 7 or 10, whatever the age is. This is an adult. It says on the package 13 and older, or I think it says that even a higher. Like, as a matter of fact, my Galactus box says it right here, and it's a big box. I gotta move some things around, and it's still heavy and it's empty. Look, this, and I love it. Like, the art on it is awesome, and you can look 14 plus, Michael. So what is the mistake? Why is people backlashing and like trying to make Haslab go down the hill? Like we're supposed to be collectors, but then we're being negative because of the pricing. Like
Yeah.
they gave us
Well,
a whole year and they gave us a month or a month and a couple of days to come up with the savings. And people were saying if you add $75 a week or something like that, or $75 every, let's say, 2 or 3 days,
mhm.
you actually put into that.
Yeah.
Like hold up on the figures. You spend $300 a month on
Well,
six.
and I think here's where I see the problem with pricing. That's a big investment, but then you have wave after wave after wave coming up.
So
And
that's what I'm saying. So hold off on the waves and
yeah,
get those.
when you want. That's what it looks
Exactly. So I was like, let me cancel a couple of waves that I have pending, and I'll go for the bike, the charger.
What let's start wrapping up here because
Right.
we've been here for 46 minutes now.
Hmm.
What one product or wave are you more interested in going into the new year?
Anything X-Men.
Okay.
Anything X-Men. Honestly, they have such a big universe, and not only that, there's characters that haven't been looked into that are key players now in the new modern comics days that like no is not even 5 years old. um no was created by
Donnie Cates, isn't it?
yeah, so he hasn't even been brought up since like I don't think he passes 2015. And
Which
he's such a popular character, and boom, Marvel Legend came out and they just did his figure. We have characters that haven't been touched and they've been 30, 40 years made up. And
I'm ex- I'm excited about the Star Jammers.
for example, the Starjammers.
I'm excited about that. What I got excited with about that issue 275, the 3 packs with the blue and yellow costumes,
Mm-hmm.
they pretty much got the whole team out in those 2 packs.
You know what, Michael? I just gotta swap heads and they fit on all the girls.
Yeah.
That's
But
I'm done. That's
what
it.
the thing is, they've got the whole team out just with those 2 packs. I would like to see more like that issued
Right.
out, where you
Right.
have the Starjammers, the Imperial Guard. They're finishing up a lot of the Weavers already.
Right.
What team would you look for from the X-Men?
Hmm.
I'd like to see an X Factor set myself.
Definitely.
With
Because the ones
first.
I'm not I haven't completed mines. I'm like 2 or 3 figures off on the X Factors. Um that I would definitely like to see the what you call it. The ones that they're like in the jungles.
The Savage Land ones?
Savage Lands.
Hmm.
That is my favorite line of figure that would have like the costume, and the detailing will be epic because we do have the articulation going forward now that they're doing the double knees, double elbows. The girl's already having it. She has the double, and I couldn't do this with the girls. Like their hands on the waist because of because of the elbow. It will always be short.
Yeah.
Now the knees, like obviously the articulation is dope. When they do stuff like this. So I would love to see the X-Men Savage Land and Ultimates maybe.
Okay.
We already got a couple of Ultimates there. Like I want to finish up that. Um, but definitely a couple of Ultimates.
If I was to see a Marvel property put together like a set, a 3 pack set, or two 3 packs, or even a 5 pack. I would like to see the Elders of the Universe based on the comic version.
Okay.
So the way they were in the Thanos quest,
Right.
I would love to see a 5 pack like that. For me, that would be a nice one and done.
So talking about what we like to see, did you see the? You probably did. It was when the guy show a golf club, a rose, I believe, and
And
obviously
that's
we
the
know
white,
the beast, the little. I
yeah,
forgot the name of it. Um,
E or something like that.
I think so. Um, I, for that we have to definitely get that character in there because he has to be the builder figure. Um, I'm trying to debate on the golf club. A lot of people were saying Deadpool and Taskmaster.
A lot of people are saying Taskmaster.
Taskmaster, right? With the golf club. We do need an updated version because I don't have him on a classic costume.
I don't know. Um, I don't know. What comes to mind is in that Hawkeye limited series, somebody had a golf club. I thought, but
I
I
mean,
know Taskmaster has too. It's
wh-
hard. Uh, the Rose I'd like to see.
right.
I really would like to see that.
Who do you think it? Who do you think it is?
the Rose. The Rose is the Rose
Oh, really?
from the
Okay.
and the Rose. He's the son of the Kingpin.
Okay. Oh, all right. That's nice.
White suit, purple hat, a purple face mask. Has
Okay. I
I see that.
think I've seen him in the comics because I collect a lot of. I mean, talking about comics, I have a lot of comic books of Wolverine. From like the one that I have Stan Lee sign that's still there. And a couple of them. But yeah, just closing it off. Just basically X-Men. To be honest, I would say the Savage Land. That's one thing I want to see. Pretty much, they did good with this guy. Oh my God, what's his name? The Green Monster. I forgot his name. Wow.
Sauron.
Sauron. Yes. Um, and they did like the skirt for him, and they did all that. But now they're doing them attached for like the Cyclops. The belt is not loose. All his stuff is attached.
Is it attached or they have grooves in the body built for it or something?
Like it's built in or something like that. I
Hmm.
feel built in. Like it's part of the mold or something like that. Like I don't think you'll be able to like move it, or if you do move it, then you see a line or something like that. I don't know. I gotta see. But I know it's a VHS and it comes with the box like that. I've been looking in the Disney store. I haven't seen it like in the
Have
Disney.
you collected the VHS boxes?
I got a bunch of them. I got a bunch of those VHS. I pretty much only missing two, Storm and Jean, but I
Okay.
have a bunch of Storm and Jeans all over the place. So
All right. Well, thanks again. Always a pleasure to catch up with you, and we'll see what we got. I'm looking forward. Oh, TV. I take care of kids, and I put on the TV for them in the morning when I wake them up, and they're showing the commercials for Devil Dinosaur and Moon Girl
I think I've seen that.
on the Disney Channel.
Really?
So it's not on Disney Plus that I know of, but it's going to be on Disney. But the art that they're using is very similar to the Proud Family art.
Okay. The
Remember the
Proud
Proud?
Family? Right.
So I really liked it. I thought it looked interesting. So that's coming out in the new year.
Yeah. There's a bunch of stuff that I would like to see. But definitely 2023 is going to be a big year, even though a lot of things got pushed back. Um, I wanted to see Blade. I'm a big Blade character, big fan. That's until we get update. I think Tom Holland said he didn't want to do Spider-Man no more.
We'll
So
see. A
don't
lot
quote me on that.
when they're negotiating contracts, you know.
Probably, the same thing will happen with Superman. He left The Witcher to go to Superman. So imagine the money. So
Yeah.
so
Hey, dude. Well, listen. Give my love to the family. Have a happy holidays.
happy holidays.
You
See
know,
you around.
make sure you bring Galactus over to visit.
Yeah, that boy's only gonna get dusted off and back in the cabinet.
All right, man. Have a good one. Bye bye.
The Devourer. Later.